Diving offers degrees of challenge and beckons me to explore. It's sensory, freedom in 3 dimensions, and keeps me in touch with nature and the planet. It's personal, yet it's also a social experience. It's a great reason to travel and experience new places in the world, and it opens the door to experiencing and connecting with amazing opportunities, cultures, languages, and food. Diving is a great equalizer and connection for people across the planet. Because I have found that diving can be meditative and instill hope, optimism, and positive feelings, I continue to gain mental and spiritual reward by diving. Because it changes and enriches my life for the better. To keep vital my sense of overwhelming gratitude and stewardship about how wonderful our water planet really is. Because diving brought me to the realization that while there may be brokenness in the world, all things can be mended with intention and constructive action. And because I listened to the voice in my head that keeps saying, dive. And that's why I dive. PADI turns 56 this year. In the past 5 decades, many of us have witnessed change. Oftentimes, when we are faced with change, we reflect inward. We think about the past, we remember the good old days, we wonder about our place in the here and now. I think back to the why I started diving, to what brought me here to this very moment. I first got into diving because I was seeking a new adventure. Now that I've been doing it for so many years, I realize that diving offers so much more. In 56 years, PADI members have made PADI the largest diver training organization on the planet. We have undergone tremendous change too, transferring from the way the world learns to dive to a purpose-driven company to create 1 billion ocean torchbearers and establish balance between humanity and ocean. That is our why. Because if we don't do it, who else will? The why we dive is so important. It defines everything we do. Think about it now, why you started diving. How often do you return to your story or share the story of your journey with others? Your why is your spark. It inspired you to start this journey. It is the torch you carry with you every day in your role as a PADI member. Collectively, our sparks inspire millions of new souls to become a diver every year, to take their first breath underwater, to become stewards of this blue planet. We will continue to face change, to overcome challenges, to evolve. That is constant. But we will do so together because the why we dive unites us. It gives us the power to leave a lasting legacy and leave this place better than how we found it. To create a preferred version of the future where we live in harmony with the ocean. Think about 100+ years ago, there was a pandemic, but the period that followed that became known romantically in hindsight as the Roaring '20s. So when I think about where we are now, enabled by all that technology and a community that's larger and more sophisticated than it's ever been before, I look at it in terms of focus on our mission, offer exploration and adventure, and let's make a difference and create the Roaring '20s for the ocean and for diver inclusion in the years ahead as we come into this post-pandemic recovery period. That's our challenge, that's our opportunity. History tells us that it's possible, it's precedented, so let's go for it. When we look at the dive industry at large in terms of recovery, we see a few things that are new and that are helping carry us through, and a few things that are still obstacles, if you will. So in terms of recovery, certainly a lot of people shifted to digital learning. That was normal throughout society, and we're seeing a bigger uptake on that in terms of learning to dive. We've seen an emergence of more local diving, which is great. It was a hedge against lack of tourism or borders being closed. And in addition to that, we're seeing a lot of local people in many different countries emerging as markets that maybe 5 years ago we didn't see. So that's really exciting. So those markets will have a tourism market inbound. They'll also have a local market, which is perfect for the way we look at the world anyway. Since the 50th year, we've been really dialing down on this mission aspects through our vision about balance between humanity and the oceans, our mission to aggregate 1 billion torchbearers to protect and explore the ocean, and that goes into our 3 pillars, and those titrate into the 5 blueprint buckets. So it gets down to personalize it. Everybody in the dive industry has a choice to decide, yep, I want to join that movement, I want to optimize it, so when that all rolls up, we can scale as a community in a way we never have before. So the first thing is make a choice to be an ocean torchbearer. Define yourself as a mission hub to fulfill that mission while you still offer a comfortable, confident, safe exploration adventure training experience. People and humanity, as you all know, is our 3rd pillar. We're really proud of that because it's representative of something that's built over the last 56 years. The diaspora of PADI people, divers, dive centers, instructors, dive resorts, dive masters. We're really diverse. In fact, the dive industry's never seen a group of individuals as diverse as we stand here today under the PADI banner. Very proud of that, but there's a lot of work to be done. So we want to be more inclusive to maintain and improve on that diversity as we go forward. The dive industry plays an interesting role in that future, perhaps one that was never foreseen in the early days. And I think people are starting to realize that. And we're not islands. We're together, we're a conglomerate, but we can't do it alone. Hence the aggregation of 1 billion ocean torchbearers. We need partners, friends, like-minded people to defrag the good soul of the planet to try to do something good in the years ahead. We can't do it by ourselves, so we've got to make that commitment. We never would have thought about doing that before, way back when, and now we can, and we'll be enabled by technology, by intention, and by the spirit of this industry. I want to thank you for being PADI members and making the difference that you do out there across the planet, and look forward to working together with you and the PADI team in 2023.